When a bacterium reproduces, it creates an exact genetic copy, like a biological photocopy machine. But when humans reproduce, every child is genetically unique. Why do some organisms produce clones while others create variety? Welcome to Sciesmic. I'm Matt, and today we're exploring how different reproductive strategies affect genetic information in offspring. Asexual reproduction uses one parent to create genetically identical offspring. Sexual reproduction uses two parents to create genetically unique offspring. Let's discover why. Asexual reproduction produces offspring from just one parent. The offspring receive an exact copy of the parent's genetic information, making them clones, genetically identical copies. It uses meiosis, the cell division where DNA is copied exactly and distributed equally. The parent has, say, 6 chromosomes. Each chromosome gets copied precisely, and each offspring cell receives identical copies of all 6 chromosomes. No mixing, no changes, just perfect copies. You see this absolutely everywhere. Bacteria split through binary fission, yeast bud off genetic twins, starfish regenerate from severed arms. Cutting one up just makes more starfish. Strawberry plants even send out runners. Potatoes sprout new plants from tubers. You can see it literally everywhere. The pattern is clear. Asexual reproduction always produces offspring with identical genetic information. No variation, just clones, except for rare random mutations. So why use asexual reproduction to begin with? Well, it's incredibly fast, it's energy efficient, and every individual can reproduce. There's no need to find a mate. In stable environments where the parent is well adapted, copying success just makes perfect sense. Now, sexual reproduction is completely different. Two parents each contribute genetic information through specialized sex cells called gametes, and the offspring are genetically unique. Here's the key. Most of your cells are diploid, meaning 2 sets of chromosomes. Humans have 46 in total, 23 from mom and 23 from dad. But sex cells are haploid, with only 1 set, meaning 23 chromosomes each. When an egg fuses with a sperm during fertilization, you get a zygote with 46 chromosomes, half from each parent. This mixing creates the variation we see everywhere. But here's where it gets really interesting. Meiosis, or meiosis, the special cell division that makes sex cells, deliberately scrambles genetic information through 2 different mechanisms. First, crossing over. Paired chromosomes from mom and dad swap DNA segments before separating. Your chromosomes literally exchange pieces, creating new gene combinations that didn't exist in either parent. Second, independent assortment. When chromosome pairs separate, which one goes where is completely random. With 23 pairs, this creates over 8 million possible combinations per sex cell. The result? 4 haploid sex cells, each with a unique genetic combination. Every sperm is different, every egg is different. Sexual reproduction creates variation through 3 mechanisms all working together. Source number 1. Crossing over shuffles genes between maternal, meaning mother, and paternal, meaning father's, chromosomes, creating combinations that have never existed before. Source number 2, independent assortment randomly distributes chromosomes into sex cells. It's like shuffling a deck of cards. Each sex cell gets a different mix. Source number 3, random fertilization. Any of millions of unique sperm could fertilize any unique egg. So let's do the math. 8 million possible sperm times 8 million possible eggs equals 64 trillion possible genetic combinations. This explains why siblings look similar, but not identical. You and your sibling got genes from the same 2 parents, but you each received different random combinations. You might have brown eyes and straight hair, while your sibling has blue eyes and curly hair. Different shuffles of the same genetic deck. Now, let's directly compare these strategies. Asexual reproduction, one parent goes through mitosis and copies DNA exactly. That offspring gets identical genetic information, and the end result is clones with no variation, like a photocopier making exact copies. Sexual reproduction, you have 2 parents. Meiosis shuffles DNA, right crossing over, plus independent assortment, creates unique sex cells, which means that you have a random fertilization that combines them, and the end result is unique offspring with lots of variation. Now, both strategies have pros and cons. Asexual is way fast and efficient, perfect for stable environments and rapid population growth, but there's 0 genetic variation, so if conditions change or a disease strikes, that entire population is now vulnerable. Sexual reproduction is much slower and requires finding a mate, which takes a lot of energy, but it creates genetic variation, the raw material for evolution. When environments change, some offspring might have traits that help them survive because they have a better fitness. Interestingly, many organisms use both. Strawberries reproduce asexually through runners, but also make seeds sexually. Hydra bud asexually when times are good, but reproduce sexually when stressed. Each strategy works best in different situations. Here's the big picture. Asexual reproduction uses mitosis to create genetically identical offspring from one parent. It's fast, efficient, but there's no variation. Sexual reproduction uses meiosis or meiosis and fertilization to create genetically unique offspring from two parents. Crossing over, independent assortment, and random fertilization ensure that every offspring is different. This variation is essential for evolution and adaptation. It's why you're unique, why siblings differ, and why populations can survive environmental changes. You are genetically one of a kind because of sexual reproduction. The specific combination of genes you have inherited has never existed before and probably will never exist again. That's just the power of genetic variation. Now, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing science videos, and let us know down in the comments, which reproduction strategy did you find the most fascinating? Thanks for exploring the genetics of reproduction with Sciesmic. Want to explore more about genetics and reproduction? Check out our complete science curriculum at sciesmic.com, where every student can learn, grow, and achieve.